Hi, I'm Bex. Welcome back to another episode of FTTV. You know, I've been thinking recently about how sometimes it can be really difficult to understand people. For example, you might be having a chat on Zoom and maybe your internet cuts out. That happened to me the other night. Or sometimes you might not be able to hear someone properly, and so you have to look really closely at their mouth and try and read their lips to work out what they're saying. That's really hard to do. Oh, I tell you what, do you want to have a go at that now? Yeah? Okay, so I'm going to say some sentences, see if you can work out what I'm saying. Where's the olive soap? I love you. How did you do? Put your hand up if you got one or maybe both of those right. Brilliant, put your hands down. I've got another one for you now. My daughter was on call with her best friend Hannah, and she thought that Hannah said she was going to leave. But actually, what Hannah really said was, she was going for a wee. Sometimes we can misunderstand our friends. We don't understand what they're saying, and then maybe we might have an argument. We might hurt their feelings, and that can stop us being friends with them. As a Christian, I believe it's important to try and live in peace with other people. And if we've got a friendship that's not going very well, that we should do our best to fix it. It's happened to me a few times, and you know what I've found? I've found there are 3 really good things that you can do to try and help your friendships. Be kind. If something goes wrong, say sorry. And if you still can't fix it, ask someone else for help. There's a story in the Bible about someone who needed help in fixing a broken relationship. Roger's going to read it to us now.
Oh, hello. It's good to see you again. Give me a couple of minutes. I'm just finishing off a letter to a friend. Well, it's an email, actually. There we go. Papa Rog. Great. Do you know what? Having a good friend is so important. I'm very fortunate. I've got several good friends, and I suppose really one very special friend. The Bible talks about friendship, and I've got a story here. Let me see if I can find it. Here he is, yeah. There was once a man named Saul. Now, Saul was a Roman citizen, and he didn't like Jesus, and he didn't like anybody that followed Jesus. And he did his best to capture them and pop them into prison and make life as difficult as he possibly could. Now, one day, Saul left Jerusalem and set off to Damascus to see if he could find any of Jesus' followers there and to persecute them. Well, while he was on the road, Jesus, who was in heaven, appeared to him. Wow, it was a fantastic moment, and you can hear all about it in another one of the Family Trust assemblies. But the end result was, but by the time that Saul got to Damascus, he was a changed man. He believed in Jesus, and he couldn't wait to tell all the people that Jesus was the Son of God. So much so that he even changed his name. He was no longer Saul, but he became Paul. Now, the people who heard Paul speak were a bit confused. They shouted out, "Hang on a minute, aren't you the one that tries to capture friends of Jesus and put them in prison? And now you're telling us that you're all for Jesus, that Jesus is the Son of God." Said Paul. And he told them all about Jesus, what had happened to him and how he had changed. And some of the Jews in Damascus believed him and became followers of Jesus. Soon it was time for Paul to go back to Jerusalem. When he got there, he wanted to find the other disciples and tell them what had happened to him. But the other disciples, well, they were a little bit wary of Paul We know this man, they said, and maybe he's trying to trick us. There was a guy in Jerusalem called Barnabas, and he was very close to the disciples, and he knew about Paul, and he spoke to the disciples and said to them, no, this man's great. He's okay. He met with Jesus on the road to Damascus. He's a changed man, and he is sold out for telling people all about Jesus. Barnabas told the disciples how Paul had spoken to the Christians in Jerusalem and the non-Christians as well, and how people wanted to listen to him. Well, when the disciples heard this, they accepted Paul and they welcomed him, and they were really excited that he'd come to join them. You know what? Barnabas was a special friend to Paul, and special friends are very, very special.
My daughter really likes her friend Hannah, but that doesn't mean they never argue or fall out. Sometimes we don't understand our friends properly, like with Hannah, or maybe like when you were trying to understand me at the beginning. But if that happens, it's important to try and remember how we can bring peace to our friendships. Can you remember the 3 things I talked about? Be kind. If something goes wrong, say sorry. And if you still can't fix it, ask someone else for help. In today's story, Barnabas helped to mend the relationship between Paul and the other Christians. He helped them to trust each other and to get along with each other. He brought peace. He didn't take sides. He listened to both sides of the story, and he helped them to see each other's point of view. He was a peacemaker. I want you to think about your friends for a moment now. How can you be kind? Are you good at saying sorry if something goes wrong? Who could you ask for help if you need a peacemaker like Barnabas? I'm going to say a prayer now. You might want to join in at the end with a great big Amen. Dear God, thank you for our friends. Please help us to have good friendships and be good peacemakers. Amen. Now we mustn't forget today's badge. The badge we've got for today, it's a picture of a group of friends to help us remember that we should have good friendships. Bye, see you next time.